Stay and Scream is one of the best ways to do Halloween Horror Nights. And if you don't know how to use it, or if you want a great way to get a head start on the houses, well, this is probably the best way. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and comment. It helps out the channel. But anyways, let's get to it.
First things first, the ticket. Scream Early tickets start at $60, and that will get you into the park at 3 p.m. and you are allowed to free roam and enter the line for whichever house you would like, instead of being confined to one space like in previous years. It is also important to note that if you have an annual pass, you do not need a Scream Early ticket, so just get one. So that brings us to step number 2, the wristband. It's right here, and at Lombard Seafood Grill. I just forgot to record a video of it.
And remember, if you don't have your wristband, you cannot go past the entry points that are set up halfway through the park. Step 3 is going to be get in line. Now with this step, there are 3 routes that you can take. If you come early around 3 and you want to make the line as soon as possible, then go ahead and do Fallout, then you're going to do Galkn, and then you're going to do Dolls and Hatchet. Since Fallout is the first one to open at 5:15, you'll be the first ones in line, at least 1 or 2 lines ahead of everybody else. And then you'll go ahead and do Galkn. That way you get that one out of the way when it opens at 5:45. And then you'll go on over to Hatchet and Dolls, which normally hovers around a 15 to 20 minute wait when it first opens. But if you come around 4 to 5, then you definitely want to go ahead and do Galkn first, because Fallout would already be packed by then. And then go ahead and do Fallout, and then do Dolls, and then Hatchet. Now you're probably wondering why I would even suggest doing Fallout if it's already packed. Well, funny thing is, I did Fallout, and then I went straight to Galkn, and while I was in line for Galkn, all those people that lined up for Fallout, basically, it ended. There was no line. So you could honestly do Galkn, and then after that, go straight into Fallout, and it was literally a walk-on. And Route 3 is going to be an extension of Route 2. So instead of doing those 4 houses, on top of that, you're also going to be doing WWE, or you could go ahead and make the line for Terrifier. Now, you're probably going to be saying, but I want to do FNAF, I want to do Terrifier, I want to do Jason. Well, you can do that. You're not going to have much success in it. I don't think so. So this is where the next step comes in. But listen, you could do the IPs, but you should leave the best for last, to be honest with you. And on top of that, FNAF reaches capacity most of the time here at Stay and Scream. Now, the general public will enter around 6:30, since that is the opening time listed. But I say that in quotation marks because honestly, when the crowds get too big, they're going to most likely just let them in by 6. And now step 4 is going to be beat the crowds. Now that you have 3 or 4 houses out of the way, maybe even 5 if you're efficient, then it's time to get into the big hitters. Since everyone mostly went to the IP houses like Terrifier and FNAF at the front of the park during Scream Early, then they'll most likely be heading to the back of the park, which by then, you know, it makes sense that we go to the front now. Now, I'm sorry, but we're still not going to do FNAF. We're going to be doing Terrifier instead. If you get there around 6 to 6:30, you could normally make the line and you'll get out of there in 30 minutes. Now, honestly, that's just my experience. Obviously, there are a lot of variables, but last time I did it, we were able to do it in 30 minutes and we got in line around 6:15. And so after you're done with Terrifier, I want you to go straight to Jason. And trust me, we were able to do Jason in like 45 minutes, which is great. Now, by step 6, we have done most of the houses. All we really have are the ones at the front of the park, like El Artista, then you have Graves of Flesh, FNAF, and WWE if you did not take that route. Now, I don't want you to go straight ahead and go do FNAF and Graves of Flesh and WWE and El Artista, because I want you guys to do something else. I want you guys to just have fun. I would say take breaks, get food, go into the scare zones, and enjoy the night as well as the shows. If you want to do the other houses, go ahead, but do Graves and Flesh and El Artista, because they're going to have the shortest wait. Now, it's going to be around 12 to 2 a.m. Now, around this time, this is when you want to go ahead and you want to do FNAF and WWE. I would say 1 to 2 a.m., but if these houses are really what you want to do, don't leave it up to chance and just do them. Now, I've done this a few nights and I've done WWE within 5 to 15 minutes and FNAF, which is sometimes posted at 80-minute wait, but to be honest, it's way shorter than that. I got in around 15. So do what makes you happy, but definitely do not leave it up to chance. So hopefully this helped you as much as it helped me. At the end of the day, I think these strats will get you the most out of your day, but definitely don't ignore your friends and family. They make the experience that much more worth it, and trust me, throughout those 10 houses, you're gonna need it. And before, I've never actually done all 10 houses before. This is the first year that I actually do them. And to be honest though, I don't regret not doing all the 10 houses because at the end of the day, I still had fun just being in the lines, conversating, having fun with my friends. And so those long wait times actually ended up being great memories. So the takeaway is strats will definitely make you more efficient, but friends and family will give you memories. So just enjoy it.